so what happened at the strip club, Jay Carpet, was that okay, we had been there for a few hours, and I walk up to the bar, and Steven's talking to the stripper, right? And the stripper looks at me, and she says, he owes me $20. That's what she said to me as soon as I walk up. And Steven clearly had a lot to drink.
Boy, why did you... What was that?
What?
But why did I owe her $20?
So Steven clearly had... Let me tell the story. Steven clearly had a lot to drink, right? And the stripper is looking at me, and she said, he owes me $20. And I'm like, what did he do? And she's like, he's just been wasting my time. And I'm like, because, time is money at a strip club. I have to agree with that. And I opened up my wallet, and I was like, oh shit, I don't have any money left. And I had just canceled my card. So, and I didn't think to use like my business card or anything. So I thought there's no way I can get $20 to this girl. And Steven is very drunk. Steven's being argumentative. He's like, what do I owe you $20 for? And she's like, he owes me $20. And so this girl goes straight to the bouncers. I can see her talking to the bouncers. She's pointing at Steven. And then before I know it, we are being escorted out of the club, and Steven's like fighting it. Steven's fighting. Steven's like, what did I do? What did I do? And he's like broken free from the guys. And they're just like, you're going to have to calm down. She said that you owed her $20. And Steven's like, what do I owe her $20 for? And Steven's like,
simple question. Simple question.
At this point, there's 3 6'5" bald men with beards who are pretty built, just sort of staring at Steven.
They weren't that built.
No, they were taller, bigger than you. And one of them, there were so many of them that one of them was just staring at the back of your head.
There was 2 of them.
One of them was staring at the back of your head.
There was only 2 of them. I could have taken them out. There wasn't 5 of them. There was 2 of them.
Drunk Steven is arguing though, and he says, I'll beat everyone's ass. I'll beat everyone's ass.
I didn't say everyone. I said you 2.
I'll beat both your asses.
Yeah.
And I
would never beat up a stripper.
I put my arm around the bouncers and I said, guys, please just let us get out of here. My brother is retarded. And I'm like, please just let us get out. I'm like, I don't know why he's acting like this. And they kind of like nodded. And I walked Steven out. And as I walked Steven out, I realized I had left my girlfriend in the strip club. So I was like, Bree, keep Steven out here in the parking lot. I have to go get my girl real quick. So I go back in the strip club. My girlfriend's right there, and as me and my girlfriend are walking out, Steven is like fighting his way to get back into the strip club. And he's like, what did I do? He's like, what did I do? He's like, why do I owe her $20 for? And he's like drunk, trying to fight his way back into the strip club. And literally one of the guys just pushes Steven, and Steven went like 20 feet. And
because he was 50 foot tall, and his shoulders were as wide as Colorado.
But then I got Steven the F out of there. Let
me tell you something. Okay, Jack didn't lie. The only thing he fails to mention is why I owed the stripper $20.
Okay, so let me tell you exactly why you owed her $20.
Oh man!
So as soon as we walked into the strip club at the beginning of the night,
at the very beginning of the night.
I look in the corner. This is my first time being in a strip club. I look in the corner of the strip club. There is like a 90-year-old man being massaged, like getting like a full body massage from like this 20-year-old like topless stripper. I'm like, what did he do to get that? I'm like, I was just kind of laughing about it, and I was just like, what's going on?
And I thought Jack I thought Jack was wanting that.
No, I was like envious. No. I was genuinely curious. I'm like, what is the arrangement there? Like what is going on over there? Like I was confused. And Steven just walks straight up to one of the strippers on the pole, and he points over to the old man in the corner. He said, or no, actually, I'm sorry. Steven walks up to the stripper on the pole, points at me, and he says, he wants a head massage. How much for a head massage? Yeah. And she's kind of looks at him and she's like, what? And Steven's just pointing to me. He's like, he said it. He wants a head massage.
And that was it. That was it. I didn't sit there and talk to her for 10 minutes.
So this girl, Steven confused the fuck out of the stripper. So later, after she wasn't busy, I'm sure she had some lap dance.
Wait, how much time was
So a couple hours later, I'm sure she was dealing with some lap dances, and she had regular customers that she was there with and stuff. But later that night, she came up to very drunk Steven at the bar to ask what he was talking about. And he was like trolling her and hassling her.
No, I wasn't. I didn't know who she was.
She was hot, and
I knew who she was?
Let me just say, she was hot, and she had her tits out, and she was sitting there talking to Steven, and Steven was just like angry and not giving her money.
No. Okay, look.
I was just saying what I saw.
Listen. We get to the strip. So everything Jack said was true. We get to the strip club. The first thing I do before I have a drink is beeline it to that stripper and ask her about a head massage. A 10-second conversation. Then I don't see her for the rest of the night. Me and Bree and Jack and Paige are all having fun. You know, we're there for probably like 2 hours. Then when we're probably getting ready to leave, anyway, we've been there for a couple hours, she comes up to me. I genuinely, because our interaction was so brief, did not know who she was. And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, for asking me questions, hassling me. It's like, why didn't you say something, you know, an hour and a half ago? No. Why didn't you say something an hour ago?
See, Pan-Faced Rune, you have it backwards. So so Steven approached her first, and then she approached him back, and Steven started
2 hours later.
Steven started hassling her. I was there. I watched it
because she's like, you owe me $20. And I was like, for
Steven
what?
Was so drunk. Steven was so drunk he doesn't even remember.
So in your mind, I owe her $20 for asking her that question.
No, nobody said that.
So she's in the wrong.
No, you were wasting her time, and you were like belligerently drunk, and you're being an asshole.
Because she was trying to get $20 off of me when I didn't even know who she was. I was like, did you give me a lap dance? And she was like, no, you asked me a question. And I go, when? And she goes, when you first came in. I was like, that was like 2 hours ago.
I mean, it's not her fault that your memory is so bad.
Like, I will never. You know what? I was wrong for trying to fight the bouncers, but she wasn't getting no $20. It was a principle.
Well, it was weird because Steven walked up to her and was acting like he wanted something from her. But then she came up to him later, and he was just acting like, I don't owe you any money. And it's like, dude, you came up to her, bro.
2 hours ago.
You approached her.
And asked her a question.
Well, she got busy.
Wow.
But no, I could never, I don't think, go to a strip club with Steven again.
She was.
Absolutely not. Steven, it's really crazy when you get Steven, like, in an environment like that, you realize that he needs, like, a keeper.